This is Beamer and Son Garage for another installment. Here today we had a little problem with the house, and in here's a parts bucket. What it took to fix the house. The house had a water line break, and there's the part right there. A $1 piece of plastic broke, and I had water pouring out the foundation. Now here was the replacement one. This is a backup one, and it's plastic. And the crazy thing is they took two pieces of cast iron piping and put it together. So it broke down here in the basement. And it was the main water line that comes in. And it's kind of blurry right now for some reason. It was right over here on the other side of the water heater. And you can see it right there. Still haven't finished the complete fixing the hole. But you can see that plastic nut in there. And that's the one end of it, and it shoots through that, but it's a block wall right there. And of course the block is laying on a footer, you know, it lays up the basically foundation of the house. And water was pouring in right there and right over there. Water was pouring in under the foundation. And what was going on was that piece of plastic broke. And water was pouring in right there. And luckily my sump pump is right there, so it was filling up the hole where the sump pump sits at. Looks like I got a little water going on right over there, leaking all over the place. Yeah, it's still kind of wet right there. I don't know if it's the yeah, it's the humidifier. It's overflowing. So we'll have to unplug it here. And we're going to have to drain that water out of that humidifier. I'll come back and do that later. Right now, just unplug it so water quits running all over the floor. But the pipe broke, and of course, you know, the access to the other end of it is outside. So we have to go outside and show you what I had to go through to fix this. You know, it's probably the cheapest fix I ever had, $1. You know, and there's the spare part. There's the part that broke. You can see it's just a piece of plastic, and it broke. So we had to go out here with a shovel to get the water going here at Beamer and Son Garage, because you know you can't survive without water. You know, my animals here, you know, I got Sheba here, she needs water. There's Piggy, there's Bear. You know, I got all my animals, of course, you know, of course myself, you know, I gotta have water. So the water line broke. We had to go out over here and take a shovel and a post hole digger and dig it up. And we didn't know where the water line was. So we had to use tape measures and measure to figure out where it was. And you can see right there's where it was. You can see the other end of that plastic coming through, and that's a piece of cast iron pipe right there. So I had to dig all that up, and there was some slippers down in there. Some look like girl slippers, and you can see the pile of mud here that I got to still complete and put back before it rains today. So yeah, there's the water line. So I had to take measurements from the side of the home and measure down over, you know, from one side to the other and guesstimate. Now originally I thought the water line was here. I started digging there and I made some more measurements and I figured it was there. And so I actually made myself a little ledge. I made a step. So what I did was I used this here to step down in. then you can get down in there and see it and fix it and repair it. So yeah, you can see where I had the post hole digger going down in there. And, you know, there's the post hole digger. And here's the shovel that we used to dig that up. I made some phone calls, talked to some people. I had some crazy prices to fix it. One guy said $150 to look at it. And whatever the parts were going to cost to fix it. He wanted to bring a backhoe in up here and bring a backhoe alongside the back of the house and dig this up. Had he done that, he'd have done more damage than, you know, the dollar part it took to fix it. You know, I put an inferior part back in it because that's what was in it. You know, it naturally needs a piece of cast iron. You know, cast iron to cast iron. Instead, this is cast iron to plastic to cast iron. So, you know, there was a lot of work digging that up. A guy I talked to, he said, oh, they don't like to dig. And that basically means they don't like to work. You know, it was a lot of work. I dug on that for off and on for one day to get that completely dug out. You can see how deep that is. It's probably close to 4 foot, 36 inches or so straight down. So that was a lot of work, but I got it. You know, here at Beamer & Son Garage, you know, we're on a budget. You know, we don't have, you know, an endless supply of money like, you know, Richard Rollins and Gas Monkey Garage and, you know, Dirt Every Day and, you know, the Motor Trend Channel people, Roadkill, and we love those people. You know, we love the Gas Monkey people. We love all them people, but we don't have the budget they have. You know, of course, then again, we don't have the problems they have, too. We don't have the payroll. We don't have, you know, a huge amount of, you know, bills that they have, you know. So we have more fun, you know. We're just kind of a, you know, a father and son show. Not kind of, we are a father and son show. And we have more fun than they do. Me and the, you know, me and my boy, me and my son, we have more fun. We got dirt bikes and quads and trucks and cars. And there's the Catalina and there's the trailer. And there's all the cars out here everywhere. We got 63 out here, I believe. 63 cars and trucks now. And we got our animals over here at Beamer & Son Garage. We enjoy ourselves, you know. And, you know, that's what matters to, you know, to the Beamers here. And there's my generator in there. I got my generator still in my, still from the motorhome. Still got my generator in the back of the trailer. But that's what it took to fix it. It took $1 part. That was probably the cheapest fix ever in the history of Beamer & Son Garage. $1. And so yeah, we got that fixed. And now the day before it, you know, it's clouding up right now. It's supposed to rain later on. So before it rains, I'm going to have to go over there and take the shovel and kind of make love to it and shovel that dirt, put that dirt back in there before it rains. Otherwise, that hole's going to fill up with water, and that's going to be a nightmare. But here's all the cars here at Beamer & Son Garage. You know, we got the Olds, we got the Duster, we got the Charger here. We still got the Skylark. We got all the cars here. We haven't sold anything. We've had a few people paint licking them, as we call it. They can't afford to buy them. All they can afford to do is lick the paint. We had one guy come out and he wanted to buy the Roadrunner. And I priced it to him, and he was a little too rich for his blood. The Roadrunner is still here, and we've decided not to sell them. We're going to keep them around for the show. So our cars are no longer for sale here at Beamer & Son Garage. We're going to keep them. We're going to fix them. We're going to play with them, you know. It took me years to accumulate all these cars. I started collecting cars in 1982. And the first car I collected in 1982 was, of course, the Mach 1. I collected that car in 1982 and started collecting cars ever since, you know. So that was the first one that I actually started my collection of cars, and, you know, it had to be a 69 Mach. You know, and I got, you know, just so many cars here. You know, we've been collecting cars since, you know, since the 80s, you know. So, you know, we got this rollback here. We love the rollback. You know, we got the Grand Prix. It's a later model car, but we do love the Grand Prix. And we just got a whole, you know, selection of automobiles here, and we just love them. We just love our cars here at Beamer and Son Garage. And there's the inside of the rollback. And there's the that's the simulator for the motorhome. That's the simulator for the new motorhome that goes on the right rear. And we had a couple flats on that side. So yeah, that's the simulator. And that's got to go back on the car. Well, not the car. It's got to go back on the motorhome. And we just love this Grand Prix right here. That car is mean. It's lean and mean. We love the Grand Prix. We love the Valiant. Don't hit my Valiant. And of course, you know, it says 5.0, but it's a 5.8 Fox body Mustang. The Cadillac's still here from the Pumpkin Run. I ended up driving that car through the whole Pumpkin Run. Still got the sticker on the windshield. We were number 2080 on that show. So there it is, 2080. Starting to feel a little sprinkle. So I'm going to have to sign off here and start getting over there. Getting that hole full of dirt, filling that hole up. I wasn't supposed to start raining until later on. I do feel a little sprinkle coming in. I don't really want to go through all that work, but I'm going to have to do it. Here's the famous truck around here. This is our wrecker. This is the white truck. You know, we buy cars here. It says I buy cars. It used to say we buy cars, but I had to change that, and I'm going to put it back to we, because it's me and my son. We buy cars here at Beamer and Son Garage. If you got something, let us know. Hit us up with a message. We're looking for old cars. You know, it doesn't have to be nothing special. You can see I got a collection of cars here. You know, they're not special. Of course, Christine up there, that's the most special one. That's Christine. We love Christine. The 70 Cobra Jet fastback Mustang. And that's where this this cover goes. This cover goes right there. I've got to remove the lug nuts to put it there. That's where it goes. This is our new motorhome here that I've been showcasing a lot about. And this is where, you know, everything's going to be basically transplanted over to this car here, to this truck here. This is our baby right here. This is our new one. We love the motorhome. It's one of our favorite pieces around here. I think we're going to close it up. It's supposed to rain. I don't want rain getting in her. We'll shut all the windows. Close this bad boy up over here. It's got the 440 big block in it that we just love so much. Got a door there. I need to put a latch on it. So we put a new floor in it right here. And we just love that new floor they put in it. I guess it was carpet. You can see right there. So I think it was that color carpeting throughout. And they, you know, somebody had this thing. They really cared about it. You know, there's the old kind of shack style carpeting there. You know, it's just as an 81. You know, it's got the CB on the on the dashboard. Yeah. Back in the day, CBs were very popular. People don't even use them anymore, hardly anymore. The CBs are pretty much just gone. You know, you still see some truckers using them. You know, some hardcore truckers still use the CBs, but the old Cincinnati band radio, not the Cincinnati, it's the Citizen Band radio. Here in Cincinnati, we'd probably call it the Cincinnati band radio. But yeah, it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna have to jump off here. Came in faster than I thought it was going to. So we're going to sign off here at Beamer and Son Garage. Check us out, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time at Beamer and Son Garage.